This is the Rubber Boots Podcast, Season 8 of the podcast, brought to you by BetSafe.net.
BetSafe.net.
Thank you for joining us, we'll sure you have no regret. Even we can't believe we're not canceled yet. We're gonna tell some stories, we're gonna have a good time, you know for sure, we're gonna have a laugh. This is the podcast. This is the podcast. 100% free.
100%. That's it.
This is the podcast. This is the podcast.
BetSafe.net.
This is the pod.
That's it.
This is the podcast. This is the pod. What? This is the podcast. This is the pod.
BetSafe.net.
So we're gonna try and do the first ever podcast with both of us in the same room. Puffy and I are at work, as you can see. The problem is the microphones don't work unless I have my AirPod in. But when I have my AirPod in, Puffy can't hear. So I am going to translate the podcast to Puffy and see if he can do witticisms in the same way.
I think I'll be able to do it.
Can you guys hear us? Anybody?
Oh yeah, no,
Anyone
I
out
was
there?
I was waiting for where this was headed.
Can you hear Puffy? Okay.
I do have a question. Why did you take the other? Why did you take the other AirPod from him? Why can't he have the AirPod?
Yes, I don't understand that.
Oh yeah, you could still hear on the AirPod.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
But you just won't. The mic, you'll hear it off of me.
Yeah.
So put it in.
Why was that not a thing?
I don't know.
I know. So, oh my god.
I was wondering why.
Can you hear now?
When
Yeah,
you
I can
took
hear.
it away, I was puzzled.
I was like, I'm like, what's going on?
All right. So the podcast, is it started?
Yes.
I think
It
so.
might be
I
ending.
think it was a great start.
This is good.
This is history. We've never done this before.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Rubber Boots
And
Podcast,
again.
brought to you by BetSafe.net. Jimmy and Puffy, same screen.
Very
Do we need
nice.
our heads to get closer together? Can you see us?
A little closer
I can see
together.
it.
A
Little
little
closer.
Seriously, I'm inside
little-
it.
yeah.
We're touching.
There we go. Yes, that is what
That's how we
we need.
gotta be. We're like
That
those, what are they
is-
called?
Stay-
Siamese
stay
twins.
right there.
Lose your arm from your shirt.
It actually looks.
Come on, let's
it
do it
actually
like
looks like you're wearing the same shirt.
There we go. There, use your head. Do jazz hands. If you guys aren't watching this one on the YouTube, you guys are missing out, people.
Some
Why
comedy.
do I keep doing the jazz hands? I can't stop.
Makes it look like we have two.
Okay, let's get going with the podcast because Puffy, we got about half an hour. We're going to be a limited edition pod today because, I mean, visually we've given you enough already. What did I want to talk about today? Did I say BetSafe.net? Did I throw a shout out to our sponsors and TaylorMade?
BetSafe.net.
Always good to throw out the shout out to BetSafe.
All right, this is BetSafe.net. Do you think they ever knew when they sponsored they'd get the first Siamese twin edition of the Rubber Boots Podcast? Just so you guys know, we share one penis.
It's true. I do most of the use of it, though.
Imagine being a Siamese. If I was Puffy's Siamese twin,
You would
and he had to do what he has to do, and I just had to look away all the time. Again, Puff. Seriously, again.
You have to put the sheet up again.
And then if he gets tired, he's like, it's like if he gets tired, he's like, Jimmy, can I use your arm?
But it'll be my thoughts.
Oh my god.
What did I want to talk about today? A couple of things. Puffy's voicemail. We were trying to reach him to see if he was going to make it to the pod because he just showed up late to work. And he's still got a voicemail that I think like a 16-year-old kid would use where he sounds cool and he says, hey, if you try to reach Sean, you come to the right place. Leave a message. Don't you think at this age that Puffy should maybe change that voicemail?
Well, the best is my dad just got a cell phone, and I think he thinks that's what you're supposed to do, so his message is very similar. It's an 82-year-old guy. Well, you reach Donald.
Yo, you reached Don.
Yo, it's Donnie.
he thought that's what you do.
You know what to do.
I got a question for you guys. Legitimate question for all the listeners who are always so helpful. Can animals get PTSD?
Yes.
course. Yeah.
Absolutely.
100%, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Of course.
yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Do you think it will last? Like, I guess it would be the same. You see these poor stories of adopted animals who have been like beaten or abused, right? And so I guess they would have that, right? That would be the same.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's what happened. Here's what happened the other day. The family's all out. Jimmy goes golfing, so he has to leave the dogs for 5 hours. I come home and I can't find Hugo. I'm like, Willow, where's Hugo? Willow did not respond. She does not help me whatsoever. She is no good. First of all, she has no use of the back legs, and she can't talk. Essentially useless stuff. So Willow doesn't say anything. So now I'm like, oh my God, did I leave the door open like Puffy did that one drunken time and his dog's out on the street? So I'm looking all over the house. I'm looking around the yard. Finally, I find Hugo what he did was like he went into the bathroom and he shut the door, like it's just a little powder room, and he shut himself inside. So he must have been sniffing something in the powder room, that he locked the door. And so he'd been in there for 5 hours in this little room. And so the postscript to all of this is that Hugo, all the crate training we did, remember, we went to send him away to the expensive trainer. We got him crate trained. Now he won't go in the crates because he's terrified of small spaces.
It's kind of close.
So he's like, ah! As soon as we put him in the crate, he's like, don't do this to me. I was locked in the bathroom for 5 hours. And so what do I do now?
That's exactly how he sounds, too.
What do I do now? Yeah, he actually does talk.
He learned that in the bathroom while killing time.
I think the only thing you can do is try to just coax him back into that habit. I mean, it's going to take a lot, I think. Because look, we're only talking about 5 hours versus years and years of training that he's been doing. So you just somehow gonna have to lure him back into that box and get him more comfortable. That's what I think.
Right.
Or spend $10,000 on more training.
Yes.
Also doable.
You don't want that. But.
How are our levels, Stoff? Are they working out okay? You see me. You got that concerned Stoff look on your face.
Well, I'm concerned because I see a lot of movement under your shirt, and I'm not sure whose arm that is.
Oh, that is my. I'm gonna take my arm out now. Okay.
Puffy's getting the second base.
I decided we did
the
Siamese twin bit, so I wanted to keep it going through the entire podcast. That was good, and it didn't work. So Hugo has PTSD. I want to tell you. Did I told you about my? Did I guys tell you about my Moto Caddy?
Well, I saw you on the internet. You and Jeff got them.
Right, Jeff and I. We did
you bought one of the ones that follows you around?
Correct. It doesn't really follow you around. Wow. You have a remote. It's like a little remote control car you had as a kid. Okay, so our friends at Golf Town.
I can't even get on the course to caddy for you now.
No, that's terrible.
Basically, here's the thing. I was trying to get O-Dog to walk. He was complaining about his weight, and I was trying to get him to walk on the golf course. And I said, why don't you get one of those electronic carts? And our friends at Golf Town, who are big fans of Overdrive, they sponsor Overdrive, they hooked me and O-Dog up with these Moto Caddies, which are the greatest thing. It's changed my life. I know I sound like I'm doing an infomercial right now, but it changed my life.
It has changed my life.
Because I always carried my clubs for all these years. And now I got the little Moto Caddy, and I can walk. I walk like a pro around the golf course.
Would you rather walk than cart?
Yes.
Really?
Yes. I would rather... Mm-hmm. I mean, it's different. If the four of us were out, hypothetically...
Very hypothetically.
Only
very hypothetically.
That's impossible.
Wow.
If the four of us were out, we said we'd play wooden sticks or something later this summer, then a couple cards, we're having beers.
Yeah.
But on the day-to-day basis, I like to walk.
Perfect.
So the Moto Caddy saves my shoulders and my neck. It's fantastic. But here's the thing. Jimmy has ADD a little bit, right?
Yes.
We've established that through 8 seasons.
Yep.
If you're not paying attention to your Moto Caddy, like it can go 100 yards in front of you. Mm-hmm. So I'm playing the other day.
You can manage like hills and...
Yeah, it goes up and down hills, but you have...
tip over.
Yeah, you got a little left, right, front. It's pretty good. It'll tip over, though, if you get like too steep a hill. Okay. But it's amazing.
I sensed there was some type of mishap.
So, well, a couple things happened. First, I took out a guy's Achilles. So he's unhappy with me. Tony Zambona, I apologize, Tony. I took out his Achilles, so he's out for the season. No, he's okay. But I got in a conversation on the 13th hole of King's Riding the other day with my playing partner, And we were engrossed in this conversation, and then I look around. I'm like, "Where's my moto caddy with my golf bag?" And it was nowhere. So suddenly you're in this, like, it could have been left, it could have been right, it could have been back, it could have been front. I had no idea where this thing was. So I had to send search parties in my group of 4 in every direction into the woods, and we found it like 50 yards deep in the woods. Like Blair Woods Project. Like, this thing navigated trees and went over roots and up and down over logs and was still upright.
Was it trying to get away from you?
That annoying conversation.
Can I?
These douchebags talk about Stoff.
I need a new master. I need a new
Speaking
master.
of PTSD.
No kidding.
The thing
Anyway,
is,
Jimmy.
Sorry, what was that?
I was going to say, a lesser golf course, that you might have found the bag without the clubs. You know what I mean?
True, Lester. How's this working, Dale? Are you guys enjoying having us together?
I'm loving it.
I can barely see Puffy. With every second, you're just inching him up.
Lean in.
Out of the
How's that? Is it better now? Lean in, Puffy.
Beautiful.
Stoff, we have a limited time today, so I don't want to distract you anymore. Let's get right into your missive. And what's the item? Things that I saw on the Twitter?
Freaky pigs, strange chicks, world affairs, polar bears, fake news, nice shoes, big boobs, jack dudes. All of these things and more as I sat on the shitter. Things that I saw on Twitter.
Yeah, let's start there, James. Let's start there. And we'll start on Instagram, where we saw a gentleman who got the tattoo that says Celtics 2022 World Champions. Now, that tattoo might pay off for this guy in particular, but in general, usually not a great idea. Your thoughts on this? And this was my question to you guys. What's the worst tattoo? One of your ex's name or a championship for a team that never happened? What would you rather get stuck with?
Lester, you start.
Yeah.
First of all, I'm going to say I think it's a very bold move by him. Obviously very confident. And look, he's 50% of the way from becoming true. So good for him. I personally would never do something like that. I would wait till after. And I probably, if to your question, Stoff, I probably prefer the championship that didn't happen as opposed to the girlfriend. At least you still love the team. You know what I mean?
I think that the championship that didn't happen is a better story.
It's a good story, but it's more embarrassing.
Yeah, you look like an idiot.
Yes.
Right? And you could always get another girlfriend or a future wife with the same name as the ex. You never know.
Yeah.
Right?
Mary Ferguson.
Mary Ferguson? What are you talking about?
It's a curb your enthusiasm.
Right.
It's actually a storyline.
Of course.
That happened.
Right.
That he bought a plane ticket and he broke up with Mary Ferguson. So instead of canceling the ticket, Leon tries to find another Mary Ferguson.
Right.
It's very funny.
Did this guy just get the tattoo now, Lester, or Stoff, or just after the series, or at the beginning of the playoffs?
Earlier in the year.
I think it was at the beginning of the playoffs, if I'm not mistaken.
I agree. Yeah.
But I just don't see the upside, except for this brief period of time where you look like you get like once they win the title, then it's just people will be like, oh great, you got no one's gonna believe that you were actually an idiot and got it that much sooner.
Yeah.
And then if you lose,
I disagree, Puff. I think the upside's obvious. We're talking about it on a Rubber Boots podcast. Other people are going to be talking about it. You know, I think if this comes through, the guy looks like a genius.
That's right. He got on the Rubber Boots podcast.
Again, we're saying this guy.
Absolutely.
He doesn't have a name.
Yeah.
So he's a nameless genius.
That is true. It's also, you should point out, there's 29 other guys walking around with tattoos right now that aren't going to come true. So.
I think it's starve for attention kind of thing, guys, right? Let's be honest.
I'm going to guess his name is Murph or Sully or something like that.
Sully.
Wow.
Looks like a Sully.
He's definitely a Sully. What else you got on there, Stoff?
Alrighty, did you guys see this story about the Mona Lisa?
I did.
This tweet caught my eye. It said, maybe this is nuts, but a man dressed as an old lady jumps out of a wheelchair and attempted to smash the bulletproof glass in front of the Mona Lisa, then proceeded to smear cake on the glass and throw roses everywhere after being tackled by security. So later, TMZ reported, showed what happened afterwards when he was being escorted off the premises, and he was yelling in another language, and that translated to, "Think of the earth. There are people who are destroying the earth. Think about it. Artists tell you, think of the earth. That's why I did this."
I like it.
Yeah.
So clearly a noble cause. Think of the earth. Does this make any sense to you? What the hell was this point? What's the point of doing that? And should the Mona Lisa be
Now,
behind
did
the
he
bulletproof
have,
glass?
prior to the attack, did he have a Mona Lisa cake smear 2022 tattoo?
He might have had. He looked like the kind to get that tattoo.
I mean, here's what's weird about it. Here, open the door. See what's going on there. Somebody's banging on the door.
Yeah. Let's
gonna
get
have
more,
some
let's get more
suspicious
outdoor noise
thoughts right
from
now.
Agent Corey.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Oh, no,
Come on
no,
in.
it's all.
Come on in.
Oh God!
Come on
There
in.
goes the podcast. There goes the podcast.
You gotta get your head right in here.
This is like an Augusta special.
This is
Some champagne in the studio.
Let's fire it up.
This is
Bump,
great.
everybody.
I can't barely hear Puffy, and I definitely can't hear Bump.
You definitely can't hear
You
Bob.
This is
Okay, so you're not
This
going
is
to be able to
Bump.
hear anything, Bump, because we're sharing AirPods, and you probably can't see your head. Put your head right between mine and
Bump
Puffy's
doesn't listen
head.
anyway.
There you
It's
go.
fine.
There you
It's gonna
go.
work out. Look at that.
Bump will just talk the entire time.
This is it. This is it.
What are you doing in here, Bump? Golf?
CFL back, baby.
Oh, we're sharing studio with Bump. Too.
Yeah.
You just keep it clean up there, all right? Get the hell out of here. We only got like 10 minutes left. Ladies and gentlemen, Bump with a cameo hello on the podcast. Shut the door when you leave, Bump, as you always do.
That was almost.
Excellent job. A lot of people are talking about this as your best appearance. I think we should do the podcast like this all the time.
Every time.
If I could
Yes.
close this loop, perhaps, about this guy with the cake, I'm going to say
Please,
it's
close
very,
it.
very noble cause. Certainly somebody that cares about the earth. Or maybe he's insane.
How did this help the earth?
It is not a no.
The man is insane. Come on.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
But here's the thing: he was quietly brilliant to come up with the handicapped thing to get into the special attention and to sneak the cake in. So it was like brilliance and yet idiocy at the same time, which I think fits right in with our pod.
No, that's true too. Very
He'd
good
be a
point.
welcome, and let's announce it right now. He is the new host of the Rubber Boots podcast.
That's a great name for a band. Brilliant Idiocy. Ladies and gentlemen, coming to the stage right now, Brilliant Idiocy.
Well, when we start doing my songs, Lester, and you start recording them, maybe that'll be the name of our band, the Brilliant
Idiocy.
Idiots.
Yes.
People might argue with the brilliant part.
Maybe.
Feel bad for the other members of Hall and Ass. Cut right out.
Yes, he will. What else you got, Stoff?
We have a politician here speaking out against one of Puffy's favorite activities. Ohio Republican Senate nominee J.D. Vance has called for a total ban on porn. He suggests that porn is responsible for mass shootings, along with abortion. He previously declared porn a public health crisis. Thanks a lot, Puffy.
First off, J.D. Vance sounds like a porn star. I mean, if you're
I think
going
you're
to
onto something.
hardline, use your big boy name. Don't use J.D. Vance.
Hey, I saw something else on Twitter about some guy delivering a pizza to some porn star. Did you see that?
No.
I don't know her name because I don't know the porn stars the way Puffy does.
Right.
But
right.
he tweeted that he delivered her pizza, and she was dressed like you would expect. And all these people are just commenting, "I've seen this movie before."
So did he get a tip?
I don't know how it ended, but the picture was fantastic because it was a selfie with him holding the pizza with his eyes wide, and she was in the background with the door open wearing this really tight shirt.
That's pretty awesome.
That's awesome.
And it was spectacular. What else you got for us, Stoff?
Do you guys want to play Fridge or Pantry, the game?
Yes, we do.
Items
Yes,
go
I do,
in the
actually.
fridge
That's
Let's
great.
or
play
the
Lester's
pantry?
new theme song, Fridge or Pantry. Fridge or pantry, what's it gonna be? A fridge or pantry, what's it gonna be? Where you gonna put your ketchup? Where you gonna put your fruit? Is it in the fridge or is it in the pantry? Let's find out.
All right.
That's very good, actually. I don't think I could actually even come up with anything as good as
No,
that.
you couldn't.
So,
You couldn't.
Well, let's start with the one that caught my eye on the internet as it was being debated: ketchup, fridge or pantry, gentlemen.
It's got to be
100%
fridge.
fridge.
100% fridge.
Unless
Okay.
it's not opened. Unopened
Yes.
ketchup.
Exactly.
Open. Okay, we're
I think
talking open.
I think the concept is open. Dumbass.
Yes.
wow. They abused the guy. You know, you share a body for crying out loud.
I'm just noticing in this mirror, I'm getting old neck. No, I didn't notice it before, but I'm getting old
It's a
neck.
camera.
You're getting fat neck. But like old neck is like something like one
I
of the
can
first.
do something with fat neck. You can't do it.
You know, I can't. Can you get like what do you call that? Botox stuff on your neck?
You actually
A
can get some
turtleneck.
kind of treatment, yes.
You're getting old
You
neck.
Oh, the turtleneck.
That might be the worst thing you can get.
Yes,
Sorry,
ketchup in the
ketchup.
fridge.
Ketchup.
Ketchup
fridge.
in the fridge due to its natural acidity. It
Yeah.
could actually be stored outside of the fridge, like restaurants keep ketchup on the tables, as you'll notice, for example.
yeah.
But those are used a lot more frequently. So if you're going to use up the ketchup bottle in a couple of days, you can technically put it in the pantry, but for normal use, fridge.
Okay.
All right, here's a controversial one: peanut butter.
That
Fridge.
is 100% pantry.
Fridge all the way.
Why would you? It's
All right, you guys got to
100%
arm wrestle. Arm wrestle. Winner
Because-
winner wins it.
That's not-
I like a cold peanut butter. I like my peanut
Me
butter
too.
cold.
No,
Me
it doesn't spread as well when you have
So
it all.
That's
Well,
you're
that's the
killing.
point.
You're ripping the bread.
How long can you have? How long can you? Well, I just basically eat it out of the jar. Do you? How long can you leave peanut butter in the pantry? Like a year?
Okay, so it's okay to have peanut butter in the pantry because they're usually high in salt. So it won't go bad. However, if you get the fancy schmancy reduced salt ones, then you gotta throw that into the fridge.
You get to if you get to use the reduced salt and it goes bad, it serves you right for buying that reduced salt. Get the proper ketchup. Get the proper peanut butter, rather. Real
That's
peanut
right.
butter.
Yeah.
Rank up that sodium intake.
It's
Speaking of sodium intake, soy sauce. What are we doing with soy sauce?
Fridge.
Fridge or pantry?
fridge. That's 100% fridge.
I don't use it.
Regular soy sauce can be stored in the pantry. Salt-reduced soy should be kept in the fridge. Okay, last one we'll do here: maple syrup.
Fridge. Freezer. You can do maple syrup in the freezer because it doesn't freeze.
It doesn't?
I don't think.
I don't know. We should test that, I guess.
I don't
But
think
I
so.
don't think so.
think it's
it's got to have a
unfreezable.
freezing point at some point. So you're
No.
telling me if the world froze over, like maple syrup would still flow?
Still flow.
If we get a
That-
situation like The Day After, the Jake Gyllenhaal movie where the world freezes,
You just need maple syrup. Cover yourself in it.
cover yourself in maple syrup and you will survive.
Of course, you'll get eaten by a bear, but that's fine.
I think it doesn't freeze, but that doesn't make a lot of sense.
What if one of our poor listeners goes on a camping trip somewhere, gets lost, in order not to experience hypothermia, douses themselves in maple syrup, and then gets eaten by a bear?
You know that's going to happen to Snake Bite's feet. That's how he's going to go. That's how he's. Hey, what about
what a way to go.
on that same subject? What about honey?
Oh, honey's a pantry for
Does
me,
honey
for
freeze?
sure.
It's gotta freeze.
No,
Oh, do you keep it in the fridge or pantry?
yeah.
Ooh, that's a good one. I actually I have honey in my fridge, but it's organic honey, so you have to put it in the fridge. Same type of thing.
Yeah, because I'll put it in the
I-
fridge, and my wife will take it out and put it in the pan.
But I don't think can honey go bad?
I don't
don't-
Because like Manuka honey, for example, is like antibiotic. It's good for you. So
Yes, very good. Very.
What about honeybee?
I don't know if that.
I don't think it's organic.
That's not
It's
organic.
cute though how they.
Hold on. I will find out if
marketing.
honey can go bad.
All right.
Can honey go bad, honey?
Canned honey
Now,
goes
how
bad.
about milk?
Oh, you leave that out.
What about just on a side? I'm sure that's not the purpose, but I tend to over fridge like fruit,
Is
like
that the word? Is
blue.
that what I say?
Yeah, over fridge. Like blueberries, strawberries. I'll put them in the
I always put those
fridge.
in the fridge too.
And avocados. I read your little article, and avocados they say put on the
On
shelf,
the shelf.
but we put the avocados in the fridge.
No.
Really?
But I think
Once they're ripe, you want to probably put them in the fridge.
You put them in the fridge to maybe hold them because avocados have like about a 2 hours window where they're good.
But if you hit them in
Where they're ideal.
Oh, they're so good. But it's like they go from like rock hard to brown, and you got a quick little window there. Are you just saying what I'm saying now?
Have you looked up honey stuff already?
I have looked up honey.
Okay.
Honey will darken and or crystallize, but it is still safe to eat. So.
Oh, did you Google can maple syrup freeze?
My computer's gonna explode.
Could you
Oh
survive?
my God, hold on! Wait! I just typed in canned maple, and the first suggestion down is syrup freeze.
There you go.
Maybe
it's because it's listening to you.
No, it
you
is.
can't freeze your maple syrup best if it is in durable, closable bag with a lid.
Oh my God! It is listening to us because look, the next one down says, "Does maple syrup freeze like honey?"
Wow.
Oh my God! The third one says, "Will snake bites die in a bear attack because he covered himself with maple syrup?" Hold on, and the answer is yes. Google says yes.
I'm gonna get a tattoo that said snake bites.
Snake bites feet.
Get the year.
1984, 2022, and then we're gonna put a big angry bear right over it.
Jimmy, don't make it this year. That's awful. Give him at least 2 years.
2037.
That's good.
My phone says, "Can you use maple syrup and honey on a porn star?" That's what it says. Look at that.
Yeah, but to be fair, you Googled that ahead of time.
That's in recent searches.
That's your browser history, Lester.
I want to see JD Vance's browser history.
That's right.
You took that personally, Puff.
Yeah, you take a stand.
Wow.
Better be clean.
That wasn't right.
Puffy and I have about a 8-minute window here.
Okay.
So why don't we get to listener mail, maybe?
Listener mail. Listener mail. Thank you for listening.
All right, listener mail. Troy Joulet writes in, "For what it's worth, I have an e-bike that I use exclusively to commute to work, and it's great. I'm a runner and don't want to use up my energy biking, so e-bike is a great option." So basically, he enjoys running, so he doesn't want to use up that energy while he's cycling, I guess.
I get. See, that's my boy. E-bikes. Everybody's doing it.
That's not your reason.
Jimmy's reason is to get him to the food truck faster.
And taunt kids riding their bikes.
Matthew DeRitter writes in, "Would suggest podcast golf shirts, but Stoff and Lester would never get to see them, so merch suggestion for some golf shirts."
Terrible.
Yeah, well, what can you do? Mo Bro Tyler writes in, "Love the Winnipeg Cyclones reference, Duthie. Daryl Hawkins was a player coach."
Daryl Dawkins, wake up, you young kids. I didn't actually mention the Cyclones, so thank you.
I don't remember what that was.
I just mentioned.
That's about either.
I just said Daryl Dawkins played in Winnipeg for a while. That's all I said, I think. So he came up with the name. There you go.
Well, Daryl Hawkins played there too, so get over it. Regarding our porch piracy discussion, Brian Hayden, one of my neighbors up here in Bradford, writes in, "Doing deliveries for my small town in Bradford, especially during the 2020 lockdown, I had 2 customers tell me their packages were lifted off their porch, so I had to reimburse them. Sucks, but what can I do? Pro tip, I rarely leave orders in boxes anymore, only in retail bags or even loose. Porch pilots scan for brown boxes."
So wait a second. You have to reimburse? The delivery guy has to... What?
Well, no, so Brian's not He owns a business, so I'm guessing he was delivering. He wasn't using like Amazon or anything. He was delivering things himself.
Okay, but if I call
So it's his
Amazon and
business.
say my package was never here, and they say, yeah, it was delivered, who wins that?
I think Amazon would cover it.
Amazon will basically swallow the cost, but it's also they're a much better, bigger company, right?
What if the delivery was a Tesla? Would they send me another one?
I think so.
All right.
Did your Tesla go missing?
Hey, you know that I drive
Ford McAlpine.
McAlpine Ford. Just minutes north of the 407. Come on, Siamese twin, finish.
Talk to Pete.
Talk to Peter and his team. Thank you. Thank you.
I need to talk to Peter and his team.
I need a new vehicle.
I'm going to hook you up.
Perfect.
You will get a 3% discount.
Hey, 3% a lot these days.
Damn you, Pete!
Not bad. Andrew Arsenal writes in, I get the dog ad on TikTok as well. I ended up getting probiotics for my dog because she had gunk in her eye and was always licking her paws. Seems to be working. Thanks, Jimmy. So everyone's solving their paw licking issues thanks to the podcast.
Amazing. And TikTok.
Sean Morrison writes regarding our latest episode, socks go in the garbage as soon as they have a rip.
Wow. Fancy. Justin
Yeah.
Bieber.
Fancy.
Sorry, Mr. Rich Guy that can just buy new socks every day.
Moneybags Morrison over here.
I just started something, guys, on the road. I'm actually taking older pairs of socks on the road for tours, and once I'm done with them, I throw them out on the road. So I don't bring them back to Toronto.
What about underwear?
Like on the actual street?
No, throw. No, but I just, not underwear, underwear. I guess I could do that with underwear, too.
Yeah, you come
You
like
go back
leave
later,
with
but,
7,
you know.
come back with none.
You just give your...
Yes. Well, that's not quite what I
What were you gonna say?
No,
You know what
just
you
a
should
little
do?
Thing, but
Instead of like female fans throwing panties on the stage,
Throw old
you
boxes.
throw your old underwear into the crowd during the show.
At them, yeah. Slingshot style.
That would be amazing. You do
Great
that.
idea.
You and the kid, the boy wonder.
yes.
All the people in your band. Phil Ferraro. What's that?
Ray Ferraro.
Tony Ferraro.
Tony
Ferraro.
Tony.
Sean Morrison, speaking about one of our older episodes, downloaded a couple of your old episodes for a big fishing weekend. I spent about 20 hours in a boat trolling. You guys lasted about 17 minutes before I was asked to put the music back on. That's pretty good, man.
I think we did better than expected.
I mean, they were very polite, the people who were with me.
Yeah.
That's great.
Probably.
Yeah,
Right, so-
that's what it was. They were just
Puffy's
like,
going to leave. He's got to prepare for our Sports Center edition. Really good having you, buddy. Looks
Thanks,
like
buddy.
look
It
at
was
look
great.
how
Oh,
close
he's not
I've
gonna-
never felt closer
he's
to you.
not going to see
These
us
shirts.
kick Ho out of the Platinum
No,
League.
Ho's in it.
Oh.
Ho survived.
Well, we'll find out.
Better have.
Oh wow!
Ho told me he picked. He had a lot of gold coins on gold bars, I guess, on
Yeah,
on
we'll
the
see.
Portland Thorns.
Oh,
That's
A lot of people had a lot of gold bars in
All
a
right.
lot of different places.
Puffy, get the hell out of my room!
Mm.
Don't ever come back to my dressing room. It was a one-time thing. I got.
Have a good show tonight, Buff.
What else you got?
Put your pants back on.
Yes.
Chewy Louie writing in, I was volunteering last week at the TELUS/SO Cup for Hockey Canada. Was a good time. Long story, I was supposed to be a driver to pick up peeps at the hotel and airports, but then was asked to DJ for a game, did 2 periods DJing, and then had to take over announcing for the third because the guy who doing it bolted. So I ended up announcing the rest of the tourney, goals, penalties, short ads, etc.
Wow, Chewy Louie
Chewy Louie.
Nice.
mowing my lawn, becoming a broadcasting
Louie's
star.
Big.
Congratulations, Chewy Louie.
Did you ever want to be an arena guy, James? Did you ever want to be an arena guy at all?
No. Well, like, what do you mean? Like the in-house arena guy? Oh, welcome to the wherever, that kind of guy?
Yeah.
I don't think I never wanted that in my life. Straight to a worn down dressing room with asbestos leaking from the ceilings doing a podcast with you. That was my only dream. Is that it for listener mail?
And now it's a reality. That's it for listener
Okay.
mail. Moving on to the Platinum League.
First there was gold, it was successful, but now we go to another level. It's so much better, and you don't see The Platinum League. The Platinum League. The Platinum League.
As you guys discuss the Platinum League, I'm going to get dressed. I'm going to disappear from camera because we're not going to show, and then I'm going to put on my shirt and tie, but I'm going to listen and try to partake and try not to make too much noise, okay? Because I want to hear what happened.
We'll start in Group A. We got Gold McDonald and Max Scatafoni making it on. Last year's champion, Jeff Laughlin, unfortunately lost most of his bars, ended up with 2, so he's heading home. In Group B, Bob Weeks and Aaron Krolnick making out of there with 21 bars and 9 bars respectively. Our guy Andrew Arsenault, the runner-up last year, also making an exit with 5 bars.
Wow.
Group C, and this is where things got very interesting. Gold Rush. This guy bet all of his 28 bars and it went perfect on the weekend. He's at 56 bars. He's our number 1 seed overall. And then finishing second in that group, as you'll remember, it was close between Ho and Marcus. Both of them put a lot of bars on a single event. Ho did that with, I believe it was the Portland Thorns, or the tie, and he got that as it was a 2-2 tie. He's now at 48 bars. Marcus bet the under in the Rangers game. It went over by half a goal, so he's down to 4 bars. So Gold Rush and Ho are our top 2 seeds heading forward, even though they're in the same group. And we had a little controversy in Group D at the end because some guy from Coburg meant to put his picks in on time. Unfortunately, he sent the email later. So I basically just docked him 5 bars. No.
So that means there's eight people left. 8 people left in the GBL.
Yes.
So there's
in the quarterfinals. That's how it rolls. That's how. Did I ever
show you guys how I tie my ties around my leg? So my father. I thought I was gonna do a TikTok on this someday, but my father, when I first was, whenever 18 years old or whenever you learn to tie ties, he showed me that he ties his ties around his leg.
Record.
And you can't really see it right here, but I'm tying my tie. Am I frozen? Oh, there you go. Am I back?
Yes, you are.
Yeah, you're frozen, but our listeners will see it. There you go.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you tie it around, and then I always thought my dad was brilliant because he told me you got a better knot when you do it this way. But then I realized when I got smarter later in life that my dad couldn't figure out how to do it around his neck. But I don't know how to tie a tie around my neck, so I've been on television for 30 years, and I tie my tie around my leg. How's that?
Oh, look at that, Jimmy. Spectacular.
I didn't do a very good job.
Wins or not.
I kind of choked under pressure here. I didn't get a very good knot for you guys. I have to go do some television. I thought this was considering the logistical issues we had to get here, I thought it was a spectacular edition of the Rubber Boots podcast brought to you by betsafe.net. Don't you guys agree?
Oh, it's outstanding. My favorite of all time.
I'm looking forward to slicing this one up.
Can you fix it in post, Stoff?
We'll see, buddy. We'll see.
All right. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in.
He's frozen.
He's frozen.
Okay.
All right.
Am I back yet?
Before we go, I just want to wish luck to my remaining guys in the Platinum League. Win it for me.
Hello? Am I
There
back?
you go. You're back.
Oh, hi, everybody. I guess I was frozen for a while, but thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time on the Rubber Boots podcast, brought to you by betsafe.net.
betsafe.net.
Oh, man. I just hope this thing comes back decent, in terms of the audio and video.
Should I keep my arm in here? Ah! We've got a third arm! Ah!
Well, it's been called that before.
Hey, how are you? I got a question that I really wanna ask you. Wait, don't hang up. I need to know, so I'm gonna try and push my luck. Are you wearing your rubber boots tonight? Are they purple, yellow, green, blue, black, or white? Are you wearing your rubber boots tonight? And do you like the dunk tank at the fair? I know it's a little strange. My obsession with your choice of footwear in the rain. I know that you're on TV, but I need you to put your boots up on the desk for me. Are you wearing your rubber boots tonight? Are they purple, yellow, green, blue, black, or white? Are you wearing your rubber boots tonight? And do you like the dunk tank at the fair? This is the part they call the bridge. A bridge has water under it. With rubber boots you can wade in the water. Just don't fall in. Are you wearing your rubber boots tonight? Are they purple, yellow, green, blue, black, or white? Are you wearing your rubber boots tonight? And do you like a dunk tank at the fair?
Do you like the dunk tank?
At the fair.
The dunk tank, the dunk tank.
At the fair. Are you wearing your rubber boots tonight? No, seriously. Are you wearing your rubber boots? Don't hang up, please. Somebody. Hey? Hey? Anyone?